Okay, so I see some agents coming in, and I want to say thanks for letting me for joining me to do this call. I'm Vince with Listings to Leads, and this is for the Remax Premier Group over in Florida. And what we're going to talk about today is video. All right, and I want to kind of give you kind of a little heads up that we're actually going to have a in mid-July a, a big webinar about video. And actually, I'm going to kind of go along what we're doing, but we'll probably be a little more built out for that presentation. And there's kind of a couple of things that I want you to think about. All right, we're going to cover those today. One is video is very popular, right? We all, there's always a concept of like shiny objects. And video is exactly that, right? It can look beautiful. It definitely is more intriguing than a still photograph. And so leveraging video in your online marketing is one of the smartest things you can do. Okay, so you need to know that. Number one, you got to have video. You've got to really try to start incorporating video into your marketing. Number two is, and I don't know you guys, but number two is most of you are walking around with these really fancy smartphones, right? Like Google and Apple phones or things like that. And if you hold that phone horizontally and you shoot a video, it will look just like the video we're looking at right now. All right. And if you download an app called YouTube, and I'm going to assume you've heard of YouTube, you can upload that video to YouTube, right? So you could be walking through a home, just like this kind of little image here is, shooting a video with your phone, go back to your home or office and upload that video in just a few minutes to YouTube. Thanks, Lauren. Well, that helps. Sorry, guys. It is 8 a.m. and I haven't finished my first cup of coffee, so my bad. I've just been yammering on talking about video, and I've been watching this video, so my apologies. Hopefully, you guys are getting what's going on here. So what I was saying is, one, you got to use video. Two, you got to get it to YouTube. I think getting it to YouTube is the easiest way. First of all, people will see it, more people will see it. And that should be, YouTube, I think, is a great place to collect your videos, right? Because that's what it is. It's a video platform. So if you want to create a video, get in the habit of uploading it to YouTube, well, at that point, you can copy, and I'll show you where you get it and what you do with it. But that's the next step, is that you keep your video content somewhere, and then when you want to embed it into listings to leads, well, that's the next step, right? And then the fourth step is we'll take that, now that you've got video and you put it, you lock it in with listings to leads. Number four is let's get some eyeballs on it, right? Let's get some reach on it. And what do we do about that? Okay. So those are the four things I want to talk about today. One is, hey, video is great. I'm going to show you some examples of some really cool video. And so just to give you some ideas of how to do that, right? And then we'll kind of go look at YouTube or something, and we'll see how it goes. All right. So let's see here. Now, what I would appreciate, guys, is if this thing starts to bog down, let me know. All right. So I don't know if you were, and why I'm saying that is video kind of chews up your processor on your computer, and I've got recording and I've got GoToMeeting, so I wouldn't be surprised if that starts to happen. This is a video on what is your home worth, right? And this kind of is relevant for, I would say, condos, right? I'm not sure why she did that, but you can see it's like a really quick video. This is not like a 1-minute deal. It's just walking through a room. But again, it has that movement. It looks kind of cool. And that's what makes the tool a lot more compelling. So this is, you could have shot this. Literally, you can see what's going on here. It's like 5 seconds walking through a room. Boom, you're done. You upload it to YouTube and you get it into our system. Now, I'm going to just show you, as I said at this point, just a couple things. And one thing I want you to know, and this is not exactly uh, about video, but I want you to see where the video is. So we've been looking at that video that was like a home valuation page. And what this is here is a single property website. And you may know that we create single property websites for you automatically, right? That's kind of the old beginner stuff. But we always have a what is your home worth embedded inside of the page. Now, she's got her lead capture on kind of aggressively, so I can't shut it off. So I'm going to refresh it, and then we'll go back down. And this is the nature of listings to leads, and this is why, so right here it says, what is your home worth? In the same video we were looking at is embedded and running here. This is why for agents who use our tools to market their listings, and they do it multiple times, they're going to end up getting more listings. So you might think, I'm going to market my listings, do listings to leads to get buyers, and that is what will happen. But there are multiple hooks to get more listings. And if you notice what this call to action is right here, it's saying your home sales have been affected. And that's because this home is sold, right? So when a property is just listed, open house coming soon, or active, our call to actions, meaning this page right here, are designed to get buyer leads. But when a home becomes pending, sold, under contract, then the call to action is to get listing leads. And then again, and I'm going to refresh it one more time and we'll get out of here. We've always got your home value page kind of right there. So because she embedded video in the back of it, it looks really cool, and it's showing here another moving object. And as you're scrolling through, at the bottom, it's there again, right? And then boom, the call to action form comes up. And so it's really, there's a lot of hooks in our single property websites and in our virtual tours and in our e-flyers to capture leads like that, right? Now, this is a simpler style, right? So I just wanted to kind of show you, this is what we call a custom seller landing page, right? So it's designed, the pages, and I'll show you where to create this. Then I clicked on go to meeting on the bottom of the screen. Okay, hold on. I see some questions coming up, guys. So if you got questions, let me know. Let's see here, Stacy. Okay. Not sure what Stacy's saying. Maybe chatting with somebody else. But right here, we've got a landing page. So I want to kind of discuss the elements that are here, right? This is a custom seller landing page, meaning it's designed for sellers. And you can control the form, so you can customize the form. You can customize the background picture, which you can see I've got a background picture here, right? This isn't default. You actually, in this case, we put our own. And then we shot a video, again with a smartphone, and uploaded it right to YouTube, and then embedded it in here. And this concept here is really the simplest, and I'd like, hopefully all of you can take this away, because there are things that you're doing all the time that you want to convey your knowledge, right? Maybe it's an open house. Maybe it's a discussion about a particular development or neighborhood. Or maybe it's just broadly speaking about real estate. This kind of tool is a great way to get that message out, right? So again, I'm just showing you right now the kinds of videos you have available, or that you should be thinking of creating. And let's look at this down payer assistance. So the down payer assistance, just so you know, let's say you kind of like the idea of video, but you don't want to create your own video, right? So this is something that's created. It's out on YouTube. It's from NAR, and you can go sort of grab that and embed it in the system, right? And you'll find that inside, we've got other tools that are for down payer assistance and things like that, that can be sort of pre-built with it. And so in this case, we're showing you some other kinds of things, which is, you know, a broad neighborhood pick here, and you can see, you know, hurry before interest rates rise. So one more thing, you notice that the clock is there. Another way that our clients use those clocks is sometimes related to new construction, right? So if let's say you're talking to a builder and there are many times incentives involved in getting people to buy, and those are time sensitive. Well, you can sort of create, you can use that clock there to sort of give some urgency to your message, and then of course put some video behind it as we did there, and that's kind of the story there. So let's look at a couple more things. This is I think it's a 3D tour, and then we'll go look inside the system, right? And kind of talk about where do you put those. But right now, these are just examples, and this is Matterport, right? So the thing about what we want to make sure you understand is some of you feel totally comfortable creating your own videos with your own phone, right? And you're happy to jump on there and talk and walk and do all this and that, and that's cool. That's good. We definitely like that. But others of you will feel like, no, I want to pay a professional, right? Or I want to pay Matterport, and I want to get something, that I think is just really great because I'm not comfortable making a video like that, right? No problem. Either way, all of these things can be embedded into your tools, and as you can see, they just make your marketing look super awesome, right? Now, this is our standard single property website. All the photos for the home are here. As I mentioned earlier, there's always going to be a call to action for what is your home worth. So as you're using our tools out there, the more you use them, the more people are seeing this, what is your home worth. And if you don't know it, I'm sure you do know it, but I'm just going to repeat it. When people are looking at your homes, when you're marketing your homes, many of those people are sellers. They're not telling you they're sellers. They're just spending weeks or months researching the market. So if you're out there using somebody's tools, let's say you've got a Remax single property website, right? And I don't know if you do, if that even exists, but if you had a normal single property website from any company, I can make you the presenter. Yeah, give me just a second, Lauren. If you had that, it would showcase a home and it would be designed to get buyers, right? But all of our tools are always designed either to get buyers or sellers, but at all times there is a seller lead capture. And so a lot of our clients get listings when they're just out there marketing their let's see here, give me a second. So, Florin, do you want me to make you a presenter? First of all, I can't hear you, but I'm happy to make you a presenter right now.
No, I'm sorry, Vince. I clicked by mistake. I thought that was the chat button.
Oh, okay.
So no, I'm good.
All right. So we're just talking a little bit about some of the ways, some of the examples of using video. All right. And let's see here. This is a just sold one. This will be the last one I'll show you here. Hopefully it's not a repeat. This is a just sold property. And oh yeah, this is the same video. And I remember when Scott did this, he was actually talking about the Granite Bay neighborhood. And so it's just a way of, if you got a just sold property, sort of think of that. There's the information on the home. The call to action, because the status is sold, is specifically designed to get listings. And there's another call to action there, and there at the bottom is another place to capture seller leads, right? So this whole page, because it's sold, is designed for you to get listing leads. It's a great time to embed a video to say that you know about the neighborhood, that you just sold this home. Maybe you want to tell people, hey, we got a bunch of offers and we've got a lot of people and there's excitement to buy in this neighborhood. So let's talk about selling yours, right? You can control that video and that narrative as much as you want. And that's a great thing. So these are just a few examples of the kinds of videos you can make. Now I'm going to log into my account. Let's go see. I see another question here. No worries, Lauren. And kind of show you, okay, well, if we get the video, how do we get it, right? And so I'm going to just log into mine. What do we do with it? All right. And first of all, let's go over and let's look at YouTube, right? And let's see what I can see when I go to YouTube. So if I go to YouTube, and we're just going to YouTube, and I'm not going to find a real estate thing. I probably got some music or weird gardening thing coming up. Yeah. Okay. So here's a video about Weimaraners, these dogs that I really love, right? And so when you click on a video, there is a web address at the top, right? And the web address is up here, right? And let me just shut down the sound. And so this is, imagine your video is here because you went and took your smartphone and you uploaded it, right? And you uploaded the video to YouTube. It's on your channel. It's just sitting there like this. And yeah, a few people may find that, right? And it might be if you did the keywords right, maybe a few people will find it on YouTube. But really, the point is getting the video up on YouTube so that you can copy this web address. It's the hyperlink. It's youtube.com/watch and then some weird letters and numbers. Okay, so that's kind of key. You want that. Now at that point, you create the video. You did it because you know people like video, and now you got to say, well, how can I get it into a place where I can get some value, i.e., leads, interested people, in to associate to that, right? And so there's two different areas in listings to leads. One is the listings area. You probably know about the listings area by now. The other is the landing pages. All right. So let's just go into the listings area, and I showed you some examples. We've looked at single property websites. We've looked at, and actually I'm going to copy this so you can see it right now. So I'm going to copy this link, and I'm going to go to my property in Berkeley. All right. So let me just show you what it looks like before you mess with it. Right. So let's do a couple things. I'm going to edit this, so just bear with me so that you sort of understand what is possible here. I'm going to create an open house on Sunday for this property. When you do that, it takes a couple seconds to save, so I'm going to have a little sip of coffee here. And if you're doing open houses, I definitely recommend that you use our open house tools because you get like 8 tools. Start early, meaning don't start marketing at 24 hours before. Start marketing at 5 days, and many of our clients find that they're getting dozens and dozens of leads with these tools. So let's give it a second as that finishes, and now let's go look at the tools, right? So there is a listing landing page, right? And you remember earlier I showed you that there's sort of a clock because an open house is time sensitive, right? It doesn't go on forever. And this is a traditional open house where you actually have, people can come in. But I do want you to think about, and a lot of our clients are thinking about, how do I incorporate open house marketing with a lockdown if I've got a COVID lockdown in my area, right? And Florin, do you guys have that going on? It's always kind of wobbly what I read about Florida.
What's that?
Do you guys have, can you even walk in an open house, or are you guys working with Zoom open houses, or how's that happening now?
We started being allowed to do open houses, yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, but with the CDC guidelines and everything in place. So
yeah, I understand. Probably minimal people and all that stuff. Yeah,
correct.
Cool.
Correct.
So then this totally works as you're looking at it, right? There's a day and a time that you're going to have that. And so the clock sort of works, and the way you get that clock is you just save the open house. But this is a standard listing with my photos, and so that's what it looks like. The first photo is the background, and and then we go here. So what if I want to incorporate a video, right? And so we've talked about that you took a video with your phone, maybe you walked through it, you went and uploaded it to YouTube, and then you copied this link here, and then you click edit listing on your listing. And there's a tab right here that says photo and videos. Now, you probably know this, but you can just change, you know, the order of photos by just dragging and dropping. But if you click up here on video and 3D tour, it says URL. I'm going to just paste in my YouTube video, right? And click save. And I'll click autoplay and let's just see what happens there. So what that means is, what that really would occur here is when I refresh this, it's going to have a video of the dogs running around the back. So let's see if that works. And no, that's funny. It's not working. That's great. It might be because I have the open house thing. So let me go try that somewhere else. Well, that's really weird, but that's good to know. Let's see here. That open house clock might be throwing an error. So let me get rid of that and save. And let me go here. But I have seen it. It might be something that we need to kind of test on our side. I have seen the two occur, like have a video and have a clock. But let's just go over here. So we'll go to another property and we'll paste this in again. And we'll click save. Oh, wait, browsers may block your video if autoplay is on. Okay, so that might have been why that's the case. So if we go back to tools, and yeah, I'm just totally getting jerked around here today. So that's my bad. I don't know why in the world that's not happening. But basically, that video of those dogs should be in the background here. And I don't know why it's not happening. We'll have to try that a couple more times. Or maybe I'll get a different video. Yeah. It shouldn't be the video, so my apologies. That is exactly how you embed video in the system. And it works, it typically works. So let's, that's how you would do it. So let's just kind of focus on that. You go to edit, photo, URL, and paste in your URL, right? And then I'm going to go to landing pages, and I'll show you what it kind of looks like in a landing page. One of the most popular landing pages typically has been Property Valuation Plus. This is what we call our home valuation landing page, right? And so when I click on the eyeball, I can see this home valuation page. And in this case, I've got a drone video in the background. And I'll tell you, if you go search on Westley Chapel or Tampa in YouTube and type in the word drone, you'll find that there are a lot of drone enthusiasts on YouTube, right? And they go shoot videos and they think they look cool, and they do look cool, and they upload them to YouTube. And we've actually had a number of our clients just email those people and say, hey, could I buy one of those from you? And literally they're buying a drone video that is really cool for like 50 bucks. Not a lot of money. And then they can take it and snap it into our system and use it just like this. And just to give you an example, when we have, this is my Annapolis page. If I click edit and I give it a second, and right here under image in the background, it says video URL, and I pasted in a YouTube video, right? And that's kind of how it works, right? And for some reason on my listing side, it's given me grief, and I apologize for that. But on this side of the landing pages, you basically, when you come into a landing page, we always present you with a place to upload the background photograph, right? This is a standard property valuation page with, you know, coffee cup and a phone and a laptop. But if you've got video, then you come over here to the background, you click on video, and you just paste in that YouTube video right there. And then boom, it's rolling through the system, okay? Now, I was saying that this has actually been one of our most popular tools in terms of landing pages. It's the home value landing page. That kind of makes sense. But right now, what's also kind of getting everybody's attention are some new landing pages that we've created for all of you that are at the top of your landing page section. And here is one right here. It's the down payer assistance. And if you click on the eyeball on the right, you'll notice that we already have a video embedded in it. And so we'll just give it a second to sort of do its thing. So here, this is just a quick, I want to say it's a 10-second video loop, right, of a couple of people walking into a home and things like that. So it's got already it's built in, and of course you can update it in the background and sort of change that. But let's see if I can do this one more time or just fail completely. I'm going to copy this video, and I'm going to go over to our new construction page. Now I want to show you, actually, I won't even do new construction. I'll do a different one for you. This is our new construction page, and I want to point out that if you click the eyeball on this, this is already inside your account. But when you get it, it doesn't have a video in front of it, right? And it's funny, I was actually doing a demonstration talking about video. When you get this page, you see that image, that still image in the background, that's what you're getting. Now you can put your own image in the background, right? Or you can paste in a YouTube video. You can also modify the language on the right in the forms. So let's go talk about where you do that, right? So that's a new construction page, and the eyeball always means I want to look at it, and the pencil always means I want to edit it. So I'm going to click on the pencil, and we're going to kind of pop over to the how you customize this. So when we are looking at it here, and you can kind of see that the background image is there, and the background image is on the left, and it's always, that's how it comes default, right? But what you want to know, and this is an important piece, this is really important for all landing pages, and I think this is going to become more important throughout our platform because we really like the way that this works. But there's a tab here that says custom page content on the left. I'm going to open it, and you'll notice that it says content type. You could put bullet points. So where you see this video moving around here, you could replace it with bullet points. You could replace it with a countdown counter, like I was saying, right? And I'm going to, but in this case, I've got video and I pasted in a YouTube video, all right? So let me take this out here. I'm going to cut that. I'm going to kind of just see if I can do a little modification here. Right. So that should take out the video. And now we're like back to standard new construction, right? This is the default page of what it looks like. All right. Now, also another thing you can customize here is the lead form text. So let's say new construction homes for sale. Well, that's fairly generic, right? That's our generic landing page for all of you across the country. So what if you want to change that, right? And there's actually, you know, there's a new development called Bossa Nova, and everybody knows about it, right? Well, you could put in Bossa Nova home for sale, and then that change will appear on the right-hand side, right? And if you've gone to that level and you're really interested in marketing Bossa Nova homes, well, you might want to stand in front of the development and have somebody hold a smartphone for you horizontally so that you can embed that video right on the left as I had before. And I'm actually going to go back to video here, and I'm going to paste in that link again. And let me try this because maybe I'm doing something wrong. Sorry. I'm sorry, guys. I got to drag you through this. But I'm going to paste this in here and see if that is actually going to work. Hey. All right. Well, that's making me feel better. For some reason, it wasn't working on the listing side, but it's working over here. So you get your video again, you upload it, and you put it inside of listings to leads. And so whatever text you have on the right, oh, that's interesting. Now the video is in the back. So I've done what in the world have I done here? So maybe we've changed it because that's kind of what I remember is that our videos would cover the entire back of the page, right? So you're going to want to have something that's not related to dogs, or maybe you do. I'm a big fan of dogs. But when you snap in a video, it'll take up the whole page. It should do that. I think maybe that was an old video that I had, and so that's what it was. But let's try one more thing. Let's do a custom page content because I kind of got that error earlier, and that was kind of, oh, that's why. Okay, sorry guys. You know what? I'm gonna change this really quickly because I want you to see what I've done. In the background, I'm in the background section here. And that's where I added the video was in the background. And that's why the whole background page has a whole video going on. And I want to point this out because what we're looking at here is just a down payer assistance page. Or I'm sorry, yeah, we're not even looking at that. We're looking at a new construction page. But you can create landing pages for buyers and sellers, and all of these things sort of occur. So now we're back to basics. And now if we say custom page content and I say video and I paste that same video here, it puts it in that little box in the middle. So it leaves the background in the way that is default. And we'll just we'll watch it in a second. But the video is running kind of smaller in there, right? So these are two ways of using the same kind of video and putting it on the same kind of landing page. One is the background and one is custom page content, right? So I'm going to show you this other custom page content because it's always a big deal. People really like it, and that's the countdown counter. So if I put the end date at, let's just say this Sunday, and say, hurry, because incentives are ending soon, right? Now, what this should do, and I'm going to keep my fingers crossed, is take that video out and put in a counter, like a little ticking time bomb thing that says hurry, incentives are ending soon. Yeah. So now you can kind of see that, hey, you could have a video in the background and have this clock. And let's just do that. Let's just do that right here. Here's the video. Here's the background. Let's see if we can do that, or if I'm going to fall flat on my face, which would be a great way to start the day. Let's give it a second to save this. So I've taken the video and said, hey, I want the counter and I want the video running in the background. All right. And that's what we got. Right. And that's great. So this is just to give you an idea of where we are. We're in the landing page section, and I've just been fooling around with my new construction page. Each of you, when you log in, have a free home value page. You have down payer assistance page, which already has the video. I showed you that. And then new construction, I was just showing you, there are a few ways that you can embed video in your things. Now, just a reminder, you probably don't want a dog video running in the background, but you can create your own custom content, put it on YouTube, and embed it right in the background like I've been showing you here. Right. So I want to point out where people are going in listings to leads. And I think you guys have been invited into the mastermind group. I don't think I see you in there talking at all. But our clients are in the mastermind group. And I'm going to kind of take us over there real quick. This is the mastermind group. There's some really new cool stuff that we're about to push and launch that you'll want to be aware of. I'll just show you right here. It's called we call it the My Farm Dominator, right? So Florin, this is really new, and I'm going to send you a message, in the next couple days. But you can go in and look at it right now. What this is, it is a way for all agents to go and hit this sort of it pulls listings out of the MLS, even if they're not your listings. and will
Okay.
auto post to your social media. So if you're an agent without listings and you want some marketing tools, being able to reach into your MLS and say, hey, I want something with more than 3 bedrooms that's under $500,000, and I want to list those because those are the kinds of things I like to market. Well, boom, that's how you do it. Now, it doesn't have anything to do with your local MLS rules. It's just the technical functionality, right? If you need to get permission, well, you still got to do all those things that the MLS tells you. But technically, we're able to sweep them in and just make it move faster for you. And that's on the listing side, right? But the reason I was telling you is you'll find a lot of people in this group right now are using landing pages of all kinds, and they're creating them custom. So we've always had Property Valuation Plus, and Property Valuation Plus is our leading home valuation landing page. You guys should all have 2 or 3 of these, right? You're probably building home valuations, or you want listings in multiple towns. You need one of these pages for all those towns. You could have a static image, right, of the town in the background, but now you could also have a video in the background. So what I want to show you though is right up here. If you come to the landing page section, this is where people are starting to focus right now. It's custom landing pages for buyers, custom landing pages for sellers, custom free report landing pages, and custom for buyers or for sellers. So you might have a report, I don't know, for first-time home buyers, you might have something for people who are thinking of selling their home that you want to give to people who are interested in buying or selling their home, right? That would make sense. You've somehow got it from a partner, or you got it from your MLS, or you purchased it somewhere, but it's valuable and you want to get it to people, but you want to make sure that you're getting contact information for that, right? And this is where you would do that on the custom free report for buyers or for sellers. But let's just do something for buyers. I'm just going to click it right now, and we'll do it. And so I'm going to say it's going to be in Westley Chapel. Now I know you got a few towns around you, so you might want to do this for each town, but I'm going to click Add Landing Page. We're going to create a custom landing page for buyers. And just so you can see what's going to happen, right? It's going to give you our default suburban place, right? And then it says down payer assistance on the right, because it's just, we don't even have like better text, because it doesn't matter, because the first thing you got to do is say, well, what do I want to say? What is my landing page going to talk about? It's not going to talk about, down payer assistance. It's going to be, I don't know, and I know you guys aren't, on, maybe it's golf course properties, right? You probably got those kinds of homes, right? And then you can say, hey, whatever you want to say here. I won't waste our time changing the language here. But if I save that, the down payer assistance for Folsom on the right should change to golf course homes, right? And that's the start of how you sort of start to customize a landing page. And when we do that, yeah, we can see it says, golf course homes on the right. The custom page content. Now that you can now change the background. The background section is right here. So you could certainly change the photograph if you want and put in a different still image, but you can also say, hey, I want to take a video and put a video of some dogs running around or whatever it is that you want, right, in the background. So that's how you change the background of it. And then I want to remind you the custom page content, you might want to put bullet points, you might want a countdown clock kind of thing here. You could put a still image, or you could put a video like we were looking at earlier right here. So these are great tools because there are a lot of ideas that people have. There are a lot of ideas that realtors have that they want to talk about. Maybe they want to talk about homes that are horse properties, or homes that are on golf courses, or waterfront homes, or first-time home buyers. Whatever it is, you can create a custom message and then get it out there. Okay. So I'm going to take one step since we've kind of been, looking at this, and you know that we can customize this page, but I want to take the background picture and I want to replace it with my happy dog video, right? And I'm going to do that right now. And because I want to show you what happens and frankly, what mistake happens. All right. I'm actually a big fan, and we are a big fan of putting video in the background full screen, just like this, right? Nothing wrong with that at all. But now you've known that you can take video, you can embed it, and let's go over here. And it was kind of blocking me, but I don't know why it was blocking me. So let's go over here to this listing, because remember I was showing you how to do this with listings and it totally fell apart on me. I'm just going to go see if I can trip up one more time. I'm going to go over here and say, okay, because we saw that landing page work, or we saw that video work on the landing page. Let's go see if it'll work. Yeah, so now it seems to be working. That's weird. Maybe I grabbed the wrong link or something. So now if I go to tools and I go to listing landing page, it still doesn't work. So let's go to single property website. Let's see if I'm going to get any love, or if I'm just going to be falling flat on my face again. Let's see here. Hey, all right. So we got the video there. That's weird. I don't know. Maybe that's just our functionality. But now you can see I've got this video here. And I want to go. Let me just go to tools and see why in the world things are not acting properly. This should be that virtual tour should be there. So let me go to virtual tour and let me click on the lead gen virtual tour. And that was the wrong button. Right button. So this is the virtual tour. We can see that we've got a video in there. It might be the size. That might be the problem. If the video isn't big enough, no, that's not the problem. It's not the problem. Let's go look at the luxury one. The luxury one has the video in the background. And it might be the size of the video that's like, whoa, okay. I had to kind of stop that. So this is one thing I want to say about video, which is kind of a big deal. If you're investing in video, and let's say you haven't done it with your smartphone, but you're actually paying a videographer or you're paying Matterport to create some really high valuable content, well, there's a cost for that, right? And what ends up happening is you get that and you share it out on social media, and there is no lead capture with any professional videographer. It's just not there. There's no lead capture in Matterport either. There's your email address and your phone number for people to call you. But things like this, which is continue to Facebook to get your name and email, or things like this to actually type in your name and email and phone number if you want, they don't exist. And so if you're going to invest in video, I definitely recommend that you snap that video into the back so that it looks awesome, but it's going to capture a lead. And I'll tell you, we actually had somebody in the mastermind group saying, hey, you know what? We just are getting a bunch of leads, and they're making this. I'm going to kind of refresh this real quick. A lot of people, and this is totally aside, but since we're talking, I want you to kind of understand this. Let me load the video real quick here. When you're you're using our tools, and you know that our tools are going to have lead capture. You see how like in about 3 to 5 seconds, this lead capture pops up. And I have the ability to shut it off, right? Some of you don't have that setting on there, so you can't shut it off. You just have to get information there. But we had a post come in just last week, and somebody saying, we have a 45-second delay. So we're allowing people to look at our property for 45 seconds, and then we prompt that thing up there. Mine I think it had a 3-second delay. I've seen agents would have no delay. So as soon as I click on the tool, instead of watching the video, I'm forced to fill something out. And you know what happens? People leave. They don't like that interaction. And so I'm just wanted to point out that one, if you want to invest in video and you're paying somebody to create an awesome video for you, you should do that. But you should definitely be snapping it in and saying, hey, you know what? I want a lead capture form to pop up in 5 seconds, in 10 seconds, in 45 seconds. Right? You decide. And that's a really great thing about listings to leads. So all I've shown you now is there are great videos out there. There are multiple ways to embed them inside of listings to leads. And now we got to talk about, well, how do I get eyeballs on it? Right? How do I get people to see that? And let's look at this because we were looking at it. This is what we call a luxury virtual tour. Okay. This is a lead gen virtual tour. And I'm just going to click on both. Let's see, maybe I have it open right here. This is a lead gen virtual tour because these are lead gen links here. These down here are hooks for a lead capture here. This is a lead capture here, right? This is, as I'm scrolling around, and I'm sorry, it's kind of jumpy. These are 2 lead capture things here. And then down at the bottom, I'm sure you can imagine, is a big old lead capture thing here. So this virtual tour has multiple hooks for capturing leads, hence the name Lead Gen Virtual Tour, right? But let's say you've got like some super awesome property and it really is like, showcase marquee and you want to really show that. Well, then you might want a big video of the home, right? Of a professional videographer, or you got something awesome showing in the background. And that would be our luxury virtual tour, right? So I'm going to click this button here to copy the link, which means I'm copying this hyperlink up here, right? And let's go talk about where we get eyeballs on this thing. The number one place is to go run an ad on Facebook. And I want to show you, and you may not know, you may not ever want to run an ad on Facebook, but if you do run an ad, this is where it kind of throws an error and you don't know why. And I just want to get us there. And I'm not going to spend a ton of time on showing you how to run an ad on Facebook. I'm going to just show you where the disconnect happens. So first of all, when you go to create an ad, we're just going to do the obvious, which is you always want to run. I got to click start over because I didn't. We always want to go on traffic. All right. So the point of this, if you don't know Facebook ads, is the ad is up on the website on Facebook. People see it, they click on it, and when they click on it, we take that traffic and we drive them to this page, which has my cool video and it has my lead capture, right? So that's what we're doing. We're running an ad for traffic. Now there's some other things here, and we won't waste a lot of time on it here. Let's see if the audience, if I can do, give me a second. It says United States. I'm going to click edit, and I'm going to click Westley Chapel. Is that spelling right?
No T on it.
No.
It's Westley.
That's it right there. Right. So if I type that in, and that's interesting. Oh, yeah. So anyway, what you do need to say is, oh, and it's saying something really weird, all pediatrics. So I don't know what that is. Here's what I want to show you. And this is where it really gets kind of odd, and agents don't know what in the world is happening. Okay. So I want you to know this, since we are talking about video. Normally speaking, let's see the identity. Let's give a second. We want it to be, you want it to reference your business page, right? You want it to be a single image video or ad. You can, and then you go down here and you paste in the link, okay? And if you click, I think this little box here, it'll sort of pull it over to the right. And I'm going to click on desktop newsfeed so we can see what this looks like here. And notice that it's not showing me the video. All right, it's showing me the image, which is the standard kind of thing here. And so I want you to understand that if I saw this ad and I clicked on it, I would be taken to this page where the video is running, right? And this is something that we often don't understand and we don't know what's going on. But to have a video running here, you actually need to add media and upload a video here. All right, so this is it's two different things. It is the same page. This is a static image, and that's the default for Facebook. But if you want to add video so that there's a video running right here, then you'd have that video file on your computer and you'd upload it here. And then they would see a video here. They could click on it and they would land here and they would see the same video because you got it in the background. And then at some point, the lead capture pops up here. Okay. So that's just kind of the nature of that. Oftentimes, that's not important. And for a landing page, it could be a static image. But I just want you to know, because that's the one thing that sort of throws people off. Now, and I'll just say this, and then we'll kind of open it up for questions. When you're doing an ad, and I'm not really going through this because we're not, really talking about ads here. You want to have, and I don't know why it's saying all pediatrics in Westley Chapel. That's super weird. But the point is, you want to kind of geographically say, hey, it's going to be, let me go up here. It's going to be in this area, right? When you run an ad for $20, and I'm going to kind of make a quick guess. If you run an ad for $20 on Facebook in your area and you say, yeah, it's in housing, and yes, I want traffic, and my daily budget, I'm going to always change your lifetime, always change it from daily to lifetime. And I would say run ads for 20, 30 bucks, right? And let's see what's going on. It's kind of giving me some red signals on the left that something's wrong. It's probably because it's going out 30 days. So now I'm going to change this. I don't want United States. I want Westley Chapel one more time.
It's without a T. It's Wesley's, W-E-S-L-E-Y.
Yeah, that's so weird. Why? It
No.
saying all pediatrics in West.
Vince?
Well, that is really weird.
Vince?
Yeah.
Vince, can you hear me?
I'm just going to do that. I don't know why in the world it's saying all pediatrics. That's really weird.
Can you hear me?
But anyway, when you're running an ad and it always pushes you out a month, and you don't want things to run. Yeah, Westley Chapel. I'm spelling that correctly. Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. I'm going to say, let's have this go for a few days. And that's kind of cool. I want to just point this out to you. I put on $20 for 4 days, and it's telling me my estimated daily reach is between 800 and 2,300 people. So let's just kind of round that to like 1,700 people, right? Or 1,500 people. That basically means 5,000 to 6,000 people in 4 days, maybe not that much, I can't remember, it's still early. Let's just say 4,000 people, 3,000 or 4,000 people are going to see your ad for 20 bucks. And some of those people are going to click on it and they're going to see the cool video that you created or that you invested in and had a professional videographer. And at some point that you decide, a lead capture form is going to pop up. So just to kind of do the math, 2,000 people will see it, maybe 100 people, maybe 50 people will click it, and some percentage of those people are going to they're going to click that button and become a lead for you. That's what you do with video. Okay. So that's kind of the end of my story today, guys. Yeah. So, Florin, do you have any questions, or anybody else? Do you have questions about this?
Can you hear me? Hello?
I will remind you that we are going to have a full-on class, almost identical to this, talking about why video is important, the kinds of video that you want, how to get it into the Listings to Leads platform, and then how to get it out to get thousands of people to see it. I can't hear you, Florin. No, I can't hear you.
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
I think you're. Let me see here. Normally I can hear. You're not muted, Florin. Oh.
Yeah, I don't know.
They have a range of facial.
Hold on, guys. Hold on.
But generally have an appearance.
Florin, can you
Can you
talk?
hear me now?
Yeah, it's my video. Yeah.
I figure you had the volume
Yeah.
turned off. So yeah, if anybody wants to ask any questions about this, you can ask a question in the chat, obviously, or you can unmute yourself and ask a question. But also, can you go back to Facebook and show them the mastermind? Because a lot of the training is there as well.
Yeah. Actually, our discussions on see if I can get to the mastermind group. Our discussions on video, it's something that we spend a lot of time on because people will want to look at video, right? So if you create video content, more people will stop and look. And so I'm going to click on Listings to Leads. This is our mastermind group. And so Scott's got a number of things in there that you can kind of check out. And like I said, we're going to have something pretty strong coming out in mid-July that you'll want to be aware of. But this.
And if can I say something? If any of you probably can hear me, if any of you are not member, it's a private group. So if you are not a member, just click to join, and I'm sure they will accept you because you're under our office. So how do you recommend doing that?
I'll tell you, this is what I recommend for it is my name is Vincent Meza, M-E-Z-A, and I am in Lafayette, California, because what Florin is telling you is correct, all right? This is my page. I'm the VP of sales here. If you friend me on Facebook, I will go look and I'll see, oh yeah, you're working with Florin, boom, I'll have you in seconds. But okay. Inside your account, as you were mentioning, I'll just show you right here. When you log in, there's a Facebook mastermind group here. One thing that you can't do, and I do see agents trying, is just trying to find this group. It's a private group. So if you go type in Listings to Leads mastermind group, you won't find it because it's a secret group for our clients. It's not open to the public. And so that being said, sometimes when you fill this out, this little join thing here, it sort of drops you in outer space and you never get in. And so that's not a fun thing. I don't know why. For some people it works really easily and for others it doesn't. The easiest way is to find me, Vincent Meza, friend me and say, Vince, I'm with Remax, and can I come in? And then boom, I'll go verify it anyway. All right?
Okay. So how about if I'll copy the URL for that particular group and post it on my intranet and then try it that way? I don't know.
I doubt it.
Okay.
I doubt it. But another thing you can do, Florin, is you're in the group, right?
Yes, I am.
You can actually invite your team into the group.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're friends with them, I'm going to assume. And they're when you go here, I've got some buttons that say join. You'll have one that says invite, and you'll invite them, and then one of me or Scott or somebody will see it, and we'll approve them. We'll see them. Yeah, that's a very easy way.
Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah, this is what my invite thing looks like, and I can invite my friends. Yours will have a different view. It's because I kind of.
Yeah. Okay, guys, any questions for Vince?
Well, I don't see any. So, guys, thank you for having me, Florin. I hope this helps.
Yep.
And email me if you have questions. Use our support team if you have questions, and leverage video as much as you can because people really respond to it.
Okay, and if you can send me this recording when you finish, I will upload it on our intranet.
You're welcome. I definitely will. Okay.
Okay.
Thanks, Florin. Talk to you soon.
Thank you. Take
Bye.
care. Bye.